Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So today I'm actually going to be doing a flip through of my VDS, and this is in personal wide. I did purchase this pre-loved, so it does kind of have its wear and tear, but it is beautiful, and to be honest with you, it's still in great pristine condition. So I was able to get some inserts from Cloth and Paper. Some of the inserts I actually redated, so I did back plan and for sort of October to get a feel of it, and then in November. So we're in sort of mid-November. So I did jump out of my personal planner into this. So I am using the inserts that I got, and as I said, redating them. So I wanted to do kind of an updated flip through to see to show you what I'm using and how it's working out so far, and if I'll continue to use it going into for the new year. So definitely I'm working on my 2023 lineup and what I think will be carried over into the new year. So let's open it up, start, and I'll explain to you sort of what the inserts are if you haven't seen those videos before, and what I am really loving about this planner. Okay, so when you first open it up, you do have a back pocket. So I do want to say that most people either love a really floppy sort of planner or they hate it. So what I found that because it is quite a wide planner, because it is a personal wide, you do get quite a bit of floppiness. So what I did was I took some of, if you know, the Dollar Tree chopping mats, and what I did was actually insert them in here and cut them down to size, and I did cut it into two pieces in order to give it a bit of stiffness, which is actually perfect right now. If I were to have actually like had it custom done, because it seems that most people get their VDS custom made, you can add the stiffener at the time, but because I did buy this pre-loved, that was not like a choice. And as well, I would have, if I had it made custom, I would have removed the silver rings, but I ended up ordering some cross rings on Etsy and removing the silver, changing them to these gold cross rings, and I'm really loving this setup. And I don't know, it's really working for me. I'm glad to be back in rings. If you're new to my channel, I actually originally started in rings, moved into sort of other, trial and error of, Hobonichis, and moving into discs, all that kind of stuff. But I'm really finding my groove with being in discs. And it took me through this year because there was a death in my family. There was a lot of sort of moving parts. We moved. I had to pack up my mother's house. So in order to kind of keep track, I had to move into, basically like to choose to move into one as my catch-all, and rings definitely one. So let's start. So I'll kind of show you what I have in here. So I do have in here a Moterm clip, and it is in like a leather looking croc, and it does mimic the same style where you have like both textures. So it has a larger print and a smaller print, and these are from AliExpress. And then I just clip it on here to keep this flap closed, because I don't use that back pocket for any storage or anything. In here, I've moved this around many times, and it's just a positive affirmations card that is for inner peace, and I just keep it here. And then on here, which I love, is I don't have a fly leaf, but I do love the fact that they give you the pen loop here in their standard, as well as a pen loop here. So I keep two. I have a mild liner here and another like dot pen that I picked up from AliExpress, and I love the neutral color, and you'll see it kind of throughout. Of course, I'm pulling it apart. How'd that happen? Okay, there we go. So, and it's just literally like a dot pen on one side, and then you have a fine tip on the other side. So I'm loving this. So these are kind of my must-haves for definitely next year. I think I'm going to order some more of those. In here, I just have some dot stickers. I haven't been using these particular ones, but I thought the color palette went really well with here. So I was like, you know what? Let's just stick these in here kind of for decor. So that is what that is. And if I need them, I can always grab these as well. But they're just there pretty much for show at this point, because they're a little big, and I didn't realize how big the dots were because when you order things online, I ordered those from AliExpress as well. You don't know until you kind of get it, and they are a little big for this size. Probably would work better in maybe a classic size planner from Happy Planner, but that's it. So I did order this on Amazon, and it is just a Filofax personal size like pen case, and I have my most used sort of pens in here. I have a Sharpie pen, and that's a fine tip. I have this new Pilot Friction uh, 0.38. I have this mild liner. I don't know if it tells you what color. It just tells you it's bold, and I don't know what's. Oh, this one is in copper. That's a color. So that's copper, and I have a gray, another like dot marker, and I have a mechanical pencil and another yellow color dot pen. So these are my most used pens and writing utensils. So I keep them in here. And I love that it lays really flat in here. And because this is a bit squishy, I'm not worried about it really bulking it up or being too stiff. So that is the joy of it still being a bit pliable. So that is it. So when I jump in, I just have a cover page here with still sort of fall decor. Am I going to move out of here? So this is kind of what I'm thinking about for my my 2023 lineup. I'm playing around with what I think will stay and what will go. So that is that. I have been using these cute little dolls from Capital Chic, and this is what came with the planner. She was nice and she sent some cloth and paper inserts, so I have been using them. And I just ended up going back and putting all these dolls in around the different holidays and ones that correspond with the month. So say for Valentine's, one with a little heart, and St. Patrick's Day. So I love that. And I can't believe it is November and we're already like 3/4 of the way done with this month. So I just layered it with another like fall like decor. We are getting snow here, and I am in Ontario, so we are getting snow right now. So definitely I'm clearly holding on to fall even though winter is here. And this is a weekly schedule. So here it just said undated. So I just covered that up and put some like faith-based stickers here in like gold foil, which is very pretty. And then here is sort of my brain dump section. So I just kind of put in here, you know, what my plans are for, you know, the month. And it is my birthday month, so I just kind of have the Scorpio sticker here. Clearly more fall decor because you're going to get sick of me with the fall decor. But yeah, just, you know, journaling more and tracking all my finances. This is a great page for tracking those things and kind of keeping up with what I want to do. I did sustain an injury to my ankle. So yeah. So what I love to, I was not actually using basically my full calendar to I think its best potentials in any of my planners. So now I am tracking all my videos, what I need to do in terms of for the month. So that is what my monthly looks like for the month of November. And then you jump into my weeklies. So as you can see, I do both. So I will make reminders in my phone in terms of when I have an appointment, stuff like that. But I physically need to plan ahead to see what sort of my greater plans are. Sometimes I have things coming up that that I just physically want to see. So I use them both like interchangeably. So that is what that's here. So to show you kind of some of my spreads for the month. We are here now going into the 20th, so that is here. And then this is a Sunday start, which I'm actually really liking, but I think I will do a Monday start in terms of what I'm going to use, whether I'm going to do printables or I'm going to do but I have been appreciating a Sunday start because that's kind of when you, well, at least for me, you know, you can sit down on a Sunday and plan out your week. So it's good to have it here, but a Monday start doesn't bother me either. So these are just some of my spreads. I usually like to plan ahead. So I like to decorate, sit down, do maybe my week, And that way I'm not worried about having to kind of catch up and do it. So for December, I put this welcome winter. Am I quite ready to welcome winter? We will see. If you could probably hear, like the wind is like howling so badly and it's snowing right now. So here is my December setup. So I put in this dashboard, you know, cute little elf and sweater and cozy weather stuff. And I layered it with this like foiled rose gold paper. And then here is my December. So the only one that she gave me was a full month, was for November. So you can see the difference. She did give me one that was already dated for November going into December, which was fabulous. But going into here, this is like a bit of like my December calendar and then a bit of pre-planning for me. So I haven't gone into here yet to plan. But the only thing I did was I do have an appointment again with the fracture clinic. So I put it in here. I made these cute little cards on Canva. So that is what it looks like. And I just put like what my appointment is on that date. So I can have it in here. So when I need to go, it's already there. They did give me a card, so I'm keeping the other card in my wallet so I don't forget. But I thought, let me make something that will go with this color scheme to keep in here so I can future plan. And then I just covered this up, and because the dates were actually here at the top for, I believe she gave me like July and August. So I had to go back in with some capital sheet stickers and change out those dates. So the next section is my notes and lists. So I am planning some rentals, hopefully in the springtime. So I'm just kind of making a running like to-do list in terms of what I want to do. And then I just put some like blank papers in here. I actually was supposed to go away. So I had made this I had printed out this freebie printable to kind of play around with doing a travel list in here, but that didn't happen because I hurt my ankle. And yeah, so that's it. So in terms of finance section, I don't know how much of my finance section I'm going to be showing. So I actually was watching the Organized Money, a great channel for sort of, you know, personal finances and, you know, showing different planner sort of related items. And she was talking about like the difference between, for most people in the budgeting community, they do a zero-based budget. I do not do that. So to me, I do have long-term goals, but they don't revolve around necessarily budgeting for me. And she did explain, you know, what is the difference really between you expense tracking or actually having an actual budget. And to me, she made perfect sense. And what I'm actually doing is just really keeping track of my monthly expenses in my paycheck budget. So I'm going to probably not show so much of, you know, what I am budgeting rather than maybe doing like before I do a cash stuffing, something like that, I would show you sort of what my bills were for the month. But I won't do probably any more dedicated videos to that because it is not a good way for someone who's trying to get out of debt or someone who is trying to learn how to manage their money and actually budget for the month, to track sort of not to track, to do their budgeting. So that is it. So that is it for October and November. I just basically track everything. So as my bills are coming in, I'm just putting them in from now. And then next is my expense tracker. As you can see, I still love to shop. So I am tracking all my expenses and trying it this way in here. This was another freebie that I printed off and I shrank it down to fit in here. So I'm loving this, and I'm keeping track of all my expenses, all the shopping I'm doing. That way I can, you know, see really where my money's going, because I did fall off with that, and that is a big problem when you do like to spend, being accountable for your spending. So here's an outbox tab that came with it, and for me, I don't even know what an outbox is. So it is just technically a divider for me at this point. So what I did was, this was kind of the end of it. I figured that's what it means. And then if you do know what an outbox is and what you use it for, then just tell me down in the comments. So this is some reading trackers that she did have included that she sent. And what I'm doing here is just, I had a few more pieces in here, sort of brainstorming, you know. Sorry, I'm not in the reading section yet. This is just all brainstorming stuff. What I think I'm going to use this for is I probably will end up using this and carrying it over until next year to mark sort of my goals and use this as a vision board. And then I can change it out. So like here it's like what you love, your passion, your mission, what the world needs. And this is just how to find your purpose. So I think it would be a good find your purpose for me, maybe career change, that kind of stuff, and use that. And then this other one is about same thing like self-care and self-discovery, and just it's just a discovery ledger, so like the things you're passionate about, all that stuff. So I haven't gone in here and done that because I haven't had the time to really put some thought into it. And then this was a blank one that she included, so I just put reading here. And because I haven't sort of picked out what I want to read, going into December, I definitely will fill this out and start getting back into reading again. So that is just a reading log here. And all your vocabulary. And then I have a password tracker. This was a freebie as well. I think I will buy something from maybe Infinite Lotus. I'm really liking the inserts there. But I am playing around with, do I want to spend the money and buy a cloth and paper inserts? Because I know if I do, as she said, she sent me over $100, she said, worth of inserts. And when I went and looked at the conversion and how much the inserts are, it is a bit pricey when you do ship to Canada. So that is it. And then lastly in here, I just have some little like dots. See, these ones are a little smaller and work better in my planner. You've seen them before, some dates, that kind of stuff in here. And then I have this dashboard, and then on the other side is sort of like family photos. So I'm just gonna kind of put my hand probably over it because that is personal. And then I have some decor in here, and it's just this like little Chanel thing I made on my Cricut, because who's not a girl that loves luxury? And then this little like card that I had layered behind it because I love the aesthetic of it, and that's from Pinterest. And then this little card I made, same thing too, and it just has my name on it, so that's back there. And then this little gratitude card that I did get from Pinterest and print from Canva, along with another sort of AliExpress version of a paper clip or ollie clip, so that kind of style. So that is it. So I am loving this size. Let me show you quick what. So if I do decide I want to jump back into a personal size, this is what it would look like in here. It is much smaller, not by a lot, but if I wanted to, I definitely could put personal size inserts. I did buy another planner from, what's the brand? I can't remember, but I did buy another set of like personal size before I found this planner. So if I wanted to still use this binder for a personal size, I could. I mean, it's about an inch difference, and once I close it up, it would be fine. So like, let's see. So if I were to close it up, like this is how like a personal size would look in a personal wide. So you could use it if you wanted to, but that is it. That is my flip through and how it's working for me. I'm loving it. Let me know if you're in a personal wide or even a personal and how you like it. So I am going to keep you updated, continuing going into December on what is continuing to work or not work, and my lineup for 2023 once I've finalized it and decided what I'm carrying over or not carrying over. So that is it. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave, and then I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.